We're basically on the final stretch of getting this little sound system finished. At least finished for the project that we're doing. There's always room for upgrade, and that's why we're running 0 gauge wire. Just in case we want to put a little something bigger in later, it'll be ready to go. You don't ever want to put something so small in that next time you need to upgrade, it's a complete redo. Right now, if we want to put a bigger amp in there or something, anything, all we got to do is just tap right on in. We're good to go. I've got a mostly brand new Optima yellow top sitting over there that I've hardly used at all in the past couple of years. I got a good deal on it. We'll slap that thing in here. We'll attach some wires up to it, send them to the back, RCAs to the back, speaker wires to the front. Mount the box. We're bumping. Let's go. Bust out some of this MechMan 0 gauge. Got plenty of it to do the job, I believe. Get your cutters. What about that one little bolt that we found? There you go. Alright, I'll do the first one, you do the second one. Something like this here. Give you an idea where you want that to be. Just enough to slice it. Out there. Alright, so you do the rest of them. We'll crimp them down. Not too many strands, not too bad. Of both sides. And the blue. What's up, baby? I believe we got that in the right spot. That's good. Baby, you're in the way, dude. How's it look, bud? Cool. Grab your heat gun and some heat shrink. Let's clean this up the rest of the way. Looks good, bud. Good job. Right on, right on. See the black one. Get them in there. All right, we're gonna have a solid battery ground to the chassis, but we're gonna need to do something about this engine ground. This is the most important ground in the whole car because the alternator does all the work while this thing's running. So right here, you got all that fancy 0 gauge in your car, and this is actually the only ground you really have in real life. So we're gonna upgrade this from one of these brackets that's directly connected to the engine back over to the chassis, then from the battery to the chassis, and then we should be able to get a solid ground all the way around that way. All right, I don't want to have this wire going too close to that belt, so this looks like a good idea. Let's go ahead and let's attach to this bolt, and then this looks like a nice little spot right here. We'll clean that up. We'll attach it right there. I'm gonna measure and cut that wire though. You able to get in there? I have to get a regular wrench if not. Give it. Put the right size. Okay. Let's put that aside for now. Wipe the grease off, clean the paint off. All the way to the bare metal. I got it. Pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. You gotta tighten up all the way. Just get it nice and finger tight until you got everything where you want it to be. And then we'll tighten them all up. That's it. I'll show you. Make sure it's tight, but don't break it. Nice and snug. All right, we got that done. Now it's time to run a positive wire from the front to the back, through the firewall, into the trunk. All right, that nice little spot over there wasn't as nice as I thought. There's a lot of stuff in the way, but I did find another new spot right down here. I already unbolted it from the inside. Pop that off. We'll put a nice grommet right there, or right through this thing, one of the two. Be a done deal. Be super nice. It's an open hole straight into the cabin after that. Gotta love it. Cool. All right, so we're gonna have to make this waterproof grommet right here. Go through this little bracket. Run it through there, put this whole thing back in the car, and it should be super deluxe. Just right so it doesn't. Got the little notches. That's perfect. Let's see. Gotta hit those 2 bolts on the inside. Should be good. Nice, perfect spot. Alright, so at first I wanted to come in through this grommet, but there's all kinds of crap in the way. Found a great spot over there, like the best spot I've ever seen on any car. It's awesome. So we're gonna make sure we got enough wire. Do like a little loose little something here. Shoot, this is probably gonna be just enough. Maybe an extra foot or 2 left, that's it. Okay, you want to slap an end on this for me? Oh, we got that. That's probably pretty good right there. It's going to be close to the firewall. Cool. So I ring terminal to the fuse holder, just like we did the first one. Right there, bud.
Which way is it going?
We can just put it on there loosely. We'll move it around. We'll see the direction we want to go. Probably something like that, though.
Okay.
Just hand tighten it because we're going to put the fuse on later, too. Grab that. Grab it through the back side over here. Just kind of tug it through there. Okay, we're gonna have to send this over there too. Pop that through the grommet. Is it going?
Yep.
Cool. Head on in there, I'll feed it to you. There you go. Keep it coming. Okay, keep pulling. Got a little more to go. The other one in a minute. Put the little rubber thing over the top. Tighten her down. Look at that. Super clean. I love it. We're in. All right, all we got left to do is get this 0 gauge from here all the way to the trunk, and over there we gotta get the RCAs to the trunk. So that's the next fun part. Baby, you gotta go. Good. Seems like a good spot right here. That seems like a good spot to ground to. Let's go ahead and throw some wire in there, see how long we need it to be. We're gonna go underneath all that stuff and pop out by the amp rack. So Cool. Slap me a 0 gauge ring terminal on that thing. We'll run it. Nice background wire. Good job, bud. You're getting good at it already. Let's get this ground on there. Grab that. You're gonna need that too. Just like that. There you go. Can you reach it at the same time? Hit it again, just to make sure. Nice. Lift it up towards straight, to where it looks good, even though it doesn't really matter. Still like it to be straight. That's good. Is it tight? Nice and tight?
Yep.
Sweet. Gotta love it. About as good of a ground as you're gonna get in a unibody. It's a little harder inside the car. Looks good, bud. Cool. Got that second board, slap it on there. Make sure all this is still working. And it is, so that's good. Oh God. Tie those up all nice. See that little spark? That was the caps and the amp filling up.
Don't got no time for my hoes. Got some haters that's losers. I treat them suckers like mojos. Got some cousins that's crazy. I know
that ain't bad. Let's pick up the woofers.
Feel that shit in your feels. Took that shower.
These woofers are in series, so I had to make a little jumper.
These dudes struggle to repeat. We make this look easy. Shades on like Loso and Jeezy. Where I'm from, we be chill, but turn up when it's cheesy. Making moves, how they want to.
Jesus Christ, what's going on over there?
I've been grinding silent. Now it seems that they blinded. I should give
those door speakers are getting it. Look, these ain't even hooked up yet, and you can hear all that bass coming through there. God damn. Right, here we go. Game's turned all the way down, so it might not be banging yet.
That shit in the blue black. Got my thoughts right in blue that. Who that who you thought? I was winning but spinning. Now I'm pushing, broke through the ceiling. I'm stepping on feelings, feeling like grinding is prime. I'm getting better with time. I put the world on my back and add your bitch on the side. Can't stop it, I won't. Yes, I'm a victim of pride. I'm happy, I'm chilling. It's my bros, it's gon' fly. If the moon is an issue, then they seek where you hide. I'm a beast with this shit. I'm a king, it's my time. Had a dream and it told me, man, go eat you alive. With the mind of a genius, when you peak, you in tight. Making moves, how they want to. I be doing what they don't do.
Woo! Those things sound good. Gains are all the way down. So we're gonna tidy up some wiring, get the SMD DD1 out, of course. We're gonna set the gains properly, and this thing is gonna be a wrap. Done. All right. Excited about that.
They some twat on the hoe, so we don't get no that. That's a no-no. I be chasing this dope, don't got no time for my own.
Can you hear that?
Got some haters that's losers. I treat them suckers like mofos. Got some cousins that's crazy. I know some real ones that's hoes up.
Cool. Hey, and before we button this up, I forgot one key ingredient to the big three. I upgraded all the grounds and made it all super solid, but I forgot the main wire, the alternator to the battery wire. It's the most important wire in the big three, but hey, at least I remembered I forgot. So we're gonna hook it up to this positive post right down here. We're gonna send it up through. We're gonna drop it onto the battery.
Thought it was ice, heard it was rock. And my damn right, shit slap, damn right. I be going, I be trying to double play the same night. Like my bass hella low, and be messing with the sight. And my mirrors dry slapping, but be quaking at the lights. And my damn right, shit slap, damn right. I be going, I be trying to double play the same night. Like my bass hella low, and be messing with the sight. And my mirrors dry slapping, but be quaking at the lights. What should I do? Hop an island, I be thrashing, I be styling. I'm a stunner, not a stallion. I'm a eater, I'm a
Alright, before we call this job finished, we're gonna need to set the gains, so you know how we do it. Let's find out where this deck is distorting, and then we'll set the gains accordingly from there. Now this is a lot of amplifier for those mids and highs that's up front, so it's gonna be set real low. It'll still sound pretty good though. Alright, you got it? Go ahead, turn it up. Keep going until we got a distortion light. Alright, we got a signal. Okay, right there, bud. Back it off a notch until each, there you go. One up, go up one, down one. Okay, so this is a 2-volt deck. Doesn't have a lot of power coming out of it, but that's okay, that's what gains are for. Alright, so what number you want, bud?
58.
Go ahead, turn it up. 58.
What?
59 is distortion. 58 is clean. Okay. Now we're gonna check the highs to make sure that it's the same over there. Alright, put it on track 2, bud. Start turning it up until you see distortion. Then back it off a notch. Tell me what the number is. Should be pretty close to the same.
61.
61, back it off. What number?
60.
60? Okay. Well, 58 was our original number, right? Okay, so we're gonna use 58 for our number because that's where the bass starts distorting at. All right, now we're probing the amplifier itself. Go ahead and turn it up. Turn that thing up to 58, the number that we decided to use. You there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna turn the gain on the amp up until it turns right here. Okay. Now change the track back to put it on track 4. Track 4? All right. Normally I would put this at about 5 or 6, but since this has a lot of amplifier for those mids and highs, we're gonna turn that down to like 2. Close enough. All right, now we got that. Let's jump over to the bass. Perfect. Now 10 might seem like a lot of overlap compared to the 2, but the woofers are underpowered and the highs are overpowered. So that's why I'm doing that. And he's got the bass knob down there underneath the dash now, so we can turn that bass down, but it's there if he wants it. So we're dialed, man. This thing should be ready to play. Hey, I think we're ready to ride, man. I think you're done. Just a quick rundown. We got the big 3. Maybe it's not necessary to have 0 gauge yet, but it's ready for expandability later if ever he wants to do that. We got an SMD fuse. We got a new yellow top. We got the nice grommet going into the firewall. Super clean. We got the Gately audio box, B2 audio 8s. We're wired up. We're fastened into the car. That thing is not going anywhere. We got a new Pioneer deck. All right, turn them lights back on. Let's see. There you go, man. Simple system. 2 8s, 1 amp, 1 deck, proper wiring. You ready to ride, baby, or what? He's ready to go. Bump it a little bit. Turn the bass up. What are you doing? You trying to bump some beats or what? Dang, I was gonna get in there. Dude, it sounds so good in here, man. Hey, you're done, man. Let's get out of here. That shit is getting it. You guys probably can't hear that great on the camera, but it's slapping pretty damn good for 2.8s and 1 amp. And the highs sound, man, I don't know why they sound so good, they just do. Shout out to B2 Audio, shout out to Sound Digital, and we're out of here. Thanks for joining us. Till our next upgrade, we're out.
Sending it back, I'm peering the pack. I got a family to feed. I got a family to feed. I gotta kill I used to want a caprice. That's when I dove in the streets. That's when I wanted to kill the I ran up ahead. Don't shoot him in the street.
One quick little look at this thing in the dark before we end this video. Hey bud, crack those things on. Oh shit, look at that thing. It's just getting it.
She couldn't even. And now time she be telling me.
Yeah, bud, that's getting it.
We took them field trips for you, killer. We ain't done yet. You must suck the sun hit me, it's a light show. To the moon where I might go. In the team or ISO. Hard work, it's a hype, bro. Cold hard with a light tone. Looking more like a king on the right throne. This one should bring the ring to the right home. Speaking on real shit when the mic off. Still do the same thing when the mic on. It don't matter if you game off, mic on. Aiming desperado style like a mic song. On it all day, stars with a mic palm. If the shit don't slap, it ain't the right song.